All it takes is watching these reunions unfold to feel the joy burst through every moment. Join WowTV today as we witness the purest emotions when animals reunite with the people they love.
I'm home! Giga!
Hi, my Bobby.
A warm, heartfelt embrace is how the chimpanzee shows his special bond and affection.
Oh, good girl.
What are you doing? Oh my goodness, there she goes! What are you doing, baby girl? Oh my goodness, there she goes! Oh my goodness, wow! She got right up on me! Baby! Oh, precious girl! Woo, who's ready too? Oh my goodness, Zoe! Goodness gracious!
The dog's tail wags so hard it looks like a dance. A joyful celebration of happiness and pure love at the sight of familiar faces. The family's reunion with the two parrots is soft and touching, made even better knowing they're now thriving in the wild.
I'm so sorry. It's okay. I missed you, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god.
12 hours with the cat may have felt like a simple wander, but for the owner, it was an endless wait. Everything was eased in the moment they saw it again.
Hello! You want some loving? Yes, you do. My sweet boy. How are you? Oh, my boy. I love you. Have a good night, okay?
¿Cómo está mi rey hermoso? ¿Cómo está? Ay, ¿quién es mi guapo? ¿Quién es? El Luito. El Luito. El Luis.
The raccoon usually stays perched in a tree in the backyard. But whenever it sees this neighbor, it comes closer on its own, gently showing affection.
Looking you right in the eyes. I am.
Roxy, a pit bull, was taken in and cared for by a rescue center when her owner was facing the hardest time in life.
Roxy! Mama! Mama! Hi, Mama! Baby girl! Hi, Mama!
It's truly heartwarming that they reunited when both had found brighter days ahead.
What is it?
Oh my god.
Financial hardship forced Shauna to part with her beloved horse, Honey, leaving her with a lingering ache. When they learned Honey was being put up for sale, the stable staff stepped in and made a surprise reunion happen.
She's home, Shauna. She's here. What is she? Do you remember me? What is going on?
Thing that I did this year. You got some extra money here, a couple
$100 to help with finances.
I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh my God, your quill's sticking go right to my legs. Okay. Come here. Okay.
Do it again!
A sweet, adorable moment from the donkey whenever it hears the man's familiar voice.
Again! Okay.
According to Mayan legend, seeing a hummingbird after losing someone dear is a sign they've found peace in another world. And Abraham believes it was a message and comfort from her late dog. After months of wandering with a severe eye infection and a series of failed adoptions, Laura the dog seemed to lose all hope. Then, amongst countless strangers, she suddenly caught the familiar scent of the foster parents who had come back for her. It was her happiest moment when Laura finally knew she truly belonged to a family. The ritual between the diver and the seal is so tender, it completely melts my heart. The binturong shows affection for its owner with a uniquely charming greeting every time they meet.
Oh, no.
That sound is Miguel's special way of saying hello to the caregiver he loves.
Oh, no.
This woman's cat, Lamut, accidentally went missing. A friend suggested showing photos of her pet to the local strays.
เป็นห่วงนี่นะ
And then the miracle happened. Lamut suddenly found his way home. It wasn't just a simple reunion. It also became a source of comfort that supported her recovery after surgery. Katsu got lost, and his owner turned to social media, hoping for a way to bring her beloved dog home.
Katsu!
Then, after 48 hours on the highway, Katsu was safely returned by police back into her arms.
Darling, so much, officer. Thank you. Katsu, darling. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Emotional scars made the chimpanzee's recovery far more difficult than usual. That's why, the moment he tightly held his rescuer's arm upon seeing them again became more meaningful than ever.
time she's been out of the pouch.
Orphaned at a young age and starved of affection, the kangaroo longed for warmth and a sense of safety. So when it saw the person who once cared for it again, it drew close at once, seeking the bond it had lost. When reunited with his caregiver, the lion with attention challenges clings close, as if he's finally found his only safe place. As if by habit, they rush out to greet their owner with excitement the moment they hear their car return.
Wow.
Imagine the fear of losing your beloved bird in the cold of the night. Then, by morning, it finds its way home, and the feeling is beyond words. The dog's reaction said everything about how deeply it missed its best friend.
Дождались. Завалили. Папа, смотри.
Is that Mr. Peachy? Hello, Mr. Peachy. Come on
This
in.
little squirrel was rescued as a baby and never forgot the ones who saved it. Day after day, it returns, giving back to the family's kindness in its own way.
Good morning, Monty.
You did it! You did it! You did it! Yeah! Lift it up.
From the non-stop wag of his tail, you can see just how eager the dog is to see his vet again. The elephant's special gesture upon seeing the young man again speaks volumes about its emotion. For a moment, wild instinct gives way to the bond between man and lion. It's clear it must have missed him dearly.
Hello. Where is he? Hey, what's he doing? Hey, what's up?
After lockdown, finally being together again helped the donkey and his owner release all that built-up longing. So loved and cared for, the seal rushes into its keeper's arms every time they meet, just like a child.
Digger! Come on, Digger! I'm home! Digger! It's so lovely to see you! I've been away 3 months, you're looking so handsome! There's a cricket! You are gorgeous!
¿Por qué lloras? ¿Por qué lloras, bebé? Chiquito, precioso.
Butters the cat went on an unbelievable journey, and thanks to a microchip, he finally returned to his family after 12 years apart.
Oh! Hi, baby boy. Yeah, good
To mark the hyena's 13th birthday, this man decided to surprise him with something special. Of course, it was the one gift he'd been longing for after years of separation. If you've ever lost a pet, you can probably feel this woman's joy. 10 days of worry came to an end in a wave of relief as all 4 of her puppies finally made it home. Let's follow this man as he reunites with a friend whose size and longing are just as great.
Oh my God! Baby boy! What did you do?
Nothing could capture his emotions when he realized his beloved cat had finally returned home after so many days away.
Hi, bud.
The Birdman has returned home.
dikeroyok, kapok, papa dikeroyok. Mama Mintul.
That's how the herd of goats shows their unwavering trust to their human.
Mama Aisyah. Ya Allah, nak kecil, nak kecil. Kupingnya cocok.
After 2 years, the man returned to the wildlife sanctuary to visit the crocodile. Despite the distance and time apart, it still recognized its savior.
Good boy, huh? Good boy.
Known as the ocean's most feared predators, the sharks become surprisingly gentle around this diver. The unique link she's built with them is exactly why she's known as the mother of sharks. Outstretched arms and the lion's response reveal the feelings they'd carried all this time. The bond between the woman and the anteater was formed back when it was still young. Even after growing up, it remains close to its special friend whenever she comes back to visit.
There he is.
Every time they meet again, this cow greets the man with an affectionate nuzzle.
Hi, my love. Hi, my baby. Hi.
Canine Tamarack was once deeply bonded with his handler, but when the man left the job, the dog's future became uncertain. After so many trials, the moment they had both been waiting for finally arrived. Have you ever seen someone connect with an alligator the way this man does? Wally, this remarkable alligator, became a source of comfort that helped him through life's hardest times.
He is registered as my emotional support animal, but he has done a lot for others.
It's proof that animals can feel, understand, and even love. After days of tireless searching, their four-legged friend was finally home, to the family's overwhelming joy.
Hi, my baby. Hi, my baby.
For Limbani, the once orphaned fragile chimp, the greatest happiness was being reunited with his human parents.
Get a kiss, mama. Mama.
Get a kiss. Love you, baby.
I love you, bye.
The sweetest Valentine's gift for the caregiver was the warm embrace of two koalas. Just watching how excited the rhino is says everything about the relationship it shares with its keeper. For 7 years, Messi the Puma has welcomed his owner every single time. And each greeting is filled with the same genuine affection. Big Al recognizes his former caretaker instantly and gently moves closer. No words are needed to see the joy shining through this tortoise. Tofu, a cockatoo who had long been part of a shop owner's life, was taken during a break-in. Thankfully, police found and brought him safely back to his loving family just 3 days later.
Chloe! You can't tell us my dream. You're running short. It's my dream. Come here, my girl. Come here, my girl. Come on, Chloe. Come on, Chloe. Come here. Look where you're filthy, dirty, disfigured, and you're skinny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
All the longing she felt for the monkey was poured into a heartfelt embrace. This lion is part of a rescue program. Born with weak legs due to a metabolic bone disease, he was saved by John, who also lives without his legs, and his dog. When they meet again, the lion's powerful emotion to his caregiver proves just how special their bond truly is. In the diver's arms, the shark looks surprisingly gentle and endearing. Even after years of friendship, no words can capture the excitement of seeing each other again. These reunions remind us that the love between humans and animals never fades with time. Like, comment, and subscribe to wowtv to experience even more magical reunions together.
I'm home. Keep going.